Absolutely gorgeous here.
We'll be sitting out back later for sure.
Going out back.
Father's Day afternoon.
That's right. Exactly. You know, we rushed to get all set up because we just got home. How's the lighting?
It's great.
Okay, good.
Okay, good.
Because I know sometimes we have that on,
Yeah.
sometimes we don't.
All natural today.
All right.
Perfect.
Yeah, don't mind our makeup or lack thereof.
Thereof.
We didn't have time for hair and makeup today.
You
We do it ourselves,
guys
but
have enough
still.
makeup on. You look fine. A little
Lipstick.
mascara.
a little mascara, lipstick, a little tinted moisturizer.
Little bruise here
Good
and
to go.
there. So we go.
It was a wild weekend.
That's right.
Just
That's
kidding.
right. Face plant left and right.
It was really uneven.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
glad
It was like a campground.
It was a
Well,
campground. It was a
yeah.
campground, basically.
They had little
We did not
cabins and
camp.
tents. We did not stay there. We stayed
Oh my
15
God.
minutes on the
It was a
road.
little too rural.
A little too
rural
rural.
for
And,
us.
I mean, no bathrooms, really? How did all those girls get ready for the wedding?
Wedding.
They had
We were just
two
laughing.
bathrooms in the lodge that had showers. But other than that, they were all in tents and
Tents,
tiny
yeah.
little cabins.
There's probably
Exactly.
And they're
75 people
beautiful.
there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Somehow they did. They all look great.
yeah,
They
totally.
They did.
So
For
We
fun.
sure.
survived without toilet paper.
I know.
It's crazy.
Leaves.
I mean,
Yeah, leaves.
Leaves.
yeah. This is
Yeah, I
lots
like
of those.
camping, but not that much.
Yeah.
I'd rather be glamping. And
Yeah.
Wilson did good on the drive.
You call it glamping, I call it glamping.
I'm sorry, glamping.
Mhm.
What's glamping?
I don't know.
I just made that up. You said
What'd you-
glamping.
Oh, glamping.
What?
I said glamping because I expected you to say that.
What was
We knew what you meant.
Oh, well, I said glamping
Instead of
instead of
glamping.
Glamping.
That's
I just made it up. I don't know. Let's make it up. Vodka
Maybe
camping?
sing in a van.
Vodka.
How about sing in a van? So
There you
it
go.
could be Glamping.
Yeah.
That works.
That's weird.
Too
Oh my
funny.
gosh.
All right, it's 4:00. Let's cheers. Let's get the
Cheers.
party going.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Rock and roll.
Someone said I was about. Dang, I thought he was about to play us some steel guitar.
No. The day is young.
Stay tuned.
Totally.
I can do it. Yeah. You know, this
Love it.
week we're doing another reading, and just a quick recap is I got paralyzed 6 years ago, and up till now the book that I'm writing about the whole journey, the book up till now has included a reunion of someone from almost 50 years ago after my injury.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got up to about the time that we're getting ready to get married,
Yes.
and just a lot of stuff that happens after you meet up after 45 years. So
Yeah.
it's just
Yes.
fun. This
With
is
some-
a
This is a
fun
fun chapter. Fun and
chapter.
chapter, and then it gets kind of dicey. Not dicey, but kind of like,
God,
what?
Really dive
There's
in.
No way that
What?
happened.
well, it
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Whew. So yeah, stay the whole time so you can hear totally
It's crazy.
how it changes. Anyway,
I love it.
Go ahead.
Alrighty.
Go ahead.
Well, it's chapter 7, and this is a manuscript from a book, so things will change, and if anybody listening or watching has any recommendations, go ahead and
Put it in the comments.
put them in the comments.
absolutely.
Or
And any
questions?
questions you have?
Yes.
Please,
Oh,
please.
questions, yeah.
Put them in the comments.
Afterwards, just because this is live, I mean, we have up to an hour, so
Yeah.
just
Yep.
let the questions fly. We'll try to answer them. So,
Yeah.
Oh, you can take this thing out.
Yes.
Don't need that. I just need that for a car ride so
Yeah.
I can
Exactly.
lean back and take a nap.
Which he did.
Which I did for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I did too. My head was bobbing.
Driving is, or riding in the car is not fun for him. All
Yeah.
that bobbing around just
So
causes
Yeah.
pain.
sleeping's good.
Joe
Sleeping is good.
Joe Q says Happy Father's Day, Lee.
Aw.
Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Say
Happy
Happy
Father's Day
Father's
to
Day
you.
to you too.
Yeah.
And then we have a question from Ashley.
Okay.
Lee, did you think that you would remarry after the injury?
Oh, for gosh sake. I was
Good
just,
question.
that was a really good question. Right after the injury, there was just too much going on to even think about it. And then after I got home during the summer, it was pretty dicey. I wasn't worried about getting married to anybody. I was worried about just surviving.
Yeah.
And then a reunion happened with us really quick, and then basically it just all happened so quickly.
It did, as you'll hear
Yeah,
in this,
Till
we
here.
talk about it.
yeah.
So,
No, yeah.
no, I've
Talk
got
about
it.
in there.
I think it would have been a completely different scenario had Karla still been married. I mean, just
Yeah.
the coincidence that she was divorced
Right.
when this whole
2
thing
years
happened,
before.
and you know, and the history that they had made it really easy to just
Yeah,
step into
Connect
a
again.
relationship. It's not like just starting a relationship. At
right.
least,
Right.
you know.
There's
yeah.
history.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ashley.
All right.
Anybody else with questions, or I'm gonna just start
Yeah.
droning on here.
Heck yeah.
No. That's a fun chapter. I enjoyed
Yes.
writing
Writing
it
it.
with everybody. So anyway, their reunion unfolded quickly. Karla moved in with Lee, and what had once been a dormant memory became daily presence. Quote, I was so excited for Karla, said Kathy, over the years. That's Kathy. I knew that they had thought of each other, but they never crossed the line. Being happy for her sister did not eliminate concerns.
We have a question.
Yes.
Are you guys all married here?
Yeah.
Two
We're
for one.
from Utah,
Yeah, we're
actually.
Mormon, didn't
No.
you know?
Oh, gosh.
Sister wives?
We're
Sister wives.
Literally, no.
Hey, we can start a show.
You guys.
And actually,
Those two are married.
Karla's
I'm
the
her
one-
twin sister, and I just hang out here a
A
lot.
lot.
she does, and
Which is
so
good.
yeah,
And Lee
Yeah.
gets the whole twin thing, so we're really
I
lucky.
do.
Yeah.
No, it's fun.
Yes.
That's a
That's
good
hilarious. Okay.
question. Next, no,
Okay.
we'll finish this up. Gosh, that's funny. So it's quote, I was worried, unquote, Kathy admitted. I thought, oh my gosh, what's Karla getting into? It's one thing to be already in a relationship and then something like an accident happens. It's another to walk into it knowing what the day-to-day reality is. I knew how much she loved him, but it's a big undertaking. It just is. They talked about it at length. She said, I'll be fine, and she was, said Kathy. Karla never expressed doubt,
That's right.
not even once. But the change didn't affect only Karla, it affected Kathy too. Quote,
Kathy
yeah,
said.
we had created this really fun life together. We were dividing our time between Hermosa Beach, California, and Sun River, which is in Oregon. We had travel plans. We were talking about being nomads. We had filled out a calendar, various places we wanted to explore for a few months at a time, here and outside of the U.S. But COVID came, and that took care of that. Then suddenly, she was gone again in another relationship. There was disappointment and adjustment, and then there was acceptance. Quote, immediately the three of us started hanging out together, she said. That's one thing I love about Lee. He understands the twin bond. I'll be gone for 10 days, and you'll ask, when's Kathy coming back? Over time, the three settled into a rhythm. Kathy lives in Sun River, frequently drives the 45 minutes between her home and Blackbeat Ranch. She helps with physical therapy, with bartending, dinner, whatever is needed.
PT, oh, you said that.
Yeah.
Wilson.
Go,
Wilson. I'll take care of
God,
Wilson.
take care of him, yeah. It's a big help having a third person. I come and go as I please, but I understand that when I'm here, it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Within weeks, some overnight caregiver shifts were eliminated. Karla gradually assumed responsibility for the nighttime routine, helping brush Lee's teeth, change his clothes, replaced the daytime urine bag with larger nighttime one, transferring him from wheelchair to bed. The most physically demanding part came later in the night, turning him every 1 to 2 hours to prevent pressure sores and relieve discomfort from prolonged
As you
immobility.
can imagine, you all
Oh,
toss
boy.
and turn and don't think about it.
Oh, I know.
Exactly.
It required strength, vigilance, and interrupted sleep. But Karla accepted it without hesitation. Over the next few months, he found himself continually impressed by her willingness to embrace the realities of this disability. The daily challenges were often messy, inconvenient, and not entirely romantic at all. Yet, Karla approached him with practicality and grace that never seemed forced at all. She rarely complained and never treated his needs as a burden.
As a
burden.
burden.
He's got bourbon on the brain.
Freudian slip there.
Perfect.
Oh my God, this book's getting better and better. So Lee was grateful for her, and what stood out was how natural it all felt. After over 40 years apart, life with Karla made Lee feel more normal.
Yes.
What started as an extraordinary reunion turned into ordinary life. Nights were spent having dinner, watching TV, talking late into the evening, and a routine that just carried them forward. 3 months after Karla moved in, she accompanied Lee to a doctor's appointment in bed. When the doctor came into the exam room, he noticed her, he introduced her as his girlfriend to the doc. At the moment, it seemed normal enough, but later that day, while sitting at home in the kitchen, Lee turned to Karla and said, "Felt awkward
It did. It
introducing
just
you
felt
as my
awkward.
girlfriend."
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're 18.
Hello. And Karla looked at him and asked, "So, what do you consider me?" And I said, "More like a wife?" They looked at each other for a few seconds before recognizing that a proposal had just taken place. So we both started crying a little bit, happy tears. But about 20 minutes later, Kathy came downstairs and observed the cry fest going on. She asked what was going on. Quote, "Before long, all of us were crying," said Lee. And Kathy was waving her hands in front of her eyes,
That's
the
so
way
cute.
she always does when she cries. It was funny.
Oh, it was.
Over the
Very
next
special.
few months, wedding planning became an exciting new part of daily life, but often leads to disagreement or long discussion between couples was
Yes.
only another indicator that Karla and Lee were the perfect match. Every detail, every detail, like menu, guest list, the venue, even what the two were going to be wearing, were quick, easy decisions. The easiest choice of all, when the wedding would take place. They decided to hold their ceremony on the anniversary of the day that they had reunited the year before. Finding a venue is tricky though, because many places have to be booked a year in advance.
Exactly.
They had 5 months. The couple discovered that a beautiful high-end resort called Pronghorn was unbelievably available on that desired weekend.
Miracle. Miracle.
It was crazy. They met with the wedding coordinator, planned the details. After touring the property, they found a large entryway and living room area with a big fireplace. And instead of traditional rows of chairs and an aisle and a church, they decided to create a more relaxed environment with couches,
It was so
chairs,
cool.
Yeah,
small
it was really
tables. The guests were even served beer and wine.
And we even took the,
Oh, yeah, you took the
and put
horns.
it on the fireplace.
I
Those
forgot
aren't
about that.
horns, those are
I'm
antlers.
sorry.
Get it right, Kathy.
They're a moose horn. Anyway, my dad shot that thing almost 100 years ago, it seems like. And we took it and hung it up on the
On the
fireplace.
fireplace
Yeah,
mantle.
take one of those pictures down. Anyway,
Yeah,
we're,
that was cool.
okay, we have to put that
I'm
in
not,
the
I'm
book.
not gonna talk anymore.
We'll put that in the book. Oh my god, that's great.
Jeez.
Where are we? The big fireplace. We put the horns up. Instead of traditional rows of chairs in an aisle, we decided to create the relaxed environment. The ceremony was unique. We wrote down our own vows, held a ceremony, vowed and efficient. I think people actually enjoyed it almost as much as Karla and I did.
Yes.
Wilson, Lee's dog, who's right there, wandered through the gathering wearing a collar and a bow tie. At one point, as Lee and his caregiver were walking into the ceremony with Wilson, he suddenly took off, running downstairs outside to the surrounding golf course. He disappeared for about 10 minutes. And we were just about to give up on it and start without him. He magically reappeared, of course.
Of course.
Classic Wilson. And one of the many reasons we love
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Wedding was magical, especially during their first dance. When Lee stood and danced with Karla to Garth Brooks's The Dance for 2 minutes. After singing, oh,
Here we go.
tears were flowing.
It was amazing.
It was
Yeah.
pretty special. After the nuptials, the two settled back into life's routines. The marriage didn't change the practical reality of daily life. Karla continued to happily take on a few night shifts a week, but the demand of this taking on an unspoken toll, it took on an unspoken toll. The truth was that despite Karla's honest desire to help, she lacked the stamina and experience it requires to physically care for someone routinely like this throughout the night. This was simply too demanding of a task, and she...
Not getting any younger. I had a birthday this week.
I know, she wasn't getting younger, but we wouldn't notice looking at her and her sister.
We had our birthday this week.
Yeah. It's actually on the same day, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the book. Okay, so one of the caregivers, Chelsea, was exceptional and was the first to notice the impact of all of this on her. She recommended hiring another caregiver several nights a week to help out. This extra help was welcomed, and over several months, it was decided to get even more coverage. As time went on, a change was occurring in the household routine. A sort of restlessness that had occurred and eventually resulted in a desire for Lee and Karla to actually leave the house for more than just doctor's appointments. Initially, this resulted in trips going to food shopping and that sort of thing. But eventually, plans were made to actually try a weekend flying somewhere. A direct non-stop flight was booked to Seattle for a 2-night weekend. Siblings on both sides of the family traveled there as well. The flight actually went perfectly, and the weekend, although exhausting, proved that flying, staying overnight in hotels, was actually possible.
Yes.
And so began the chapter of extensive domestic travel. Life at home was also slowly evolving. A few years after they were married, Karla assumed the responsibility of the household finances, of which Chelsea had been managing for years. That was when Karla noticed a few unusual charges on the visa statements. The first charge that caught her attention was a recurring one at a local marijuana dispensary, like several $100s a month. Chelsea was the only member of the household who actually used cannabis products. Lee had experimented briefly with THC for his pain control, but couldn't tolerate the side effects and quickly discontinued it. The purchases clearly weren't for him. When confronted, she admitted the items weren't for her own use.
Were
Were for her own
yeah,
use.
right.
Boy. She apologized and offered to repay the monthly gradually by adjusting her hours on a bi-weekly payroll statements she submitted. Lee had trusted her for years, and her explanation, while disappointing, seemed actually plausible, and they assumed the matter was resolved. Because of an increasing need for coverage, another caregiver, Braley, was added to the rotation in November after that first year. Fresh perspective can sometimes illuminate what familiarity overlooks. A year and a half later, as the tax season approached, another more serious issue surfaced. Chelsea was on vacation and had not yet issued W-2 forms to the other caregivers. And Braley asked Lee if she could access the payroll portal to generate them. During the previous year, she and Chelsea had worked roughly similar schedules, comparable days, night shifts, vacation time. Their earnings logically should have been pretty close. Chelsea's annual pay exceeded Braley's by nearly $50,000. First, Braley questioned her own reaction. Well, maybe Chelsea's tenure justified the difference. Perhaps there were hours she hadn't accounted for. Still, the discrepancy lingered in her mind. She wrestled with whether to say anything at all. Was it overstepping? Was this misreading the data? To complicate things, Lee was dealing with debilitating pain, and ultimately, Braley approached Karla. The two women agreed to wait a week, allowing me, to get through a challenging time in his recovery so as to not exacerbate that situation. Even then, they proceeded cautiously. Conversation with Lee was measured, almost tentative. He listened quietly, and at first, he couldn't believe it. He wanted an explanation, something rational and benign that would explain everything. But it became clear that they needed to investigate this further before the inevitable and eventual confrontation. Going forward, this issue would forever be referenced as, quote, the Chelsea matter. Over the years, Chelsea had become more than an employee. She would become trusted, almost daughter-like. They had spent almost 3 years together, creating what he thought was a strong bond. He had entrusted his life to her, and conversations revealed her long-time goal was to become a physician assistant, PA. This was going to take several years and cost a considerable amount of tuition. Lee offered to pay for this. He even modified his estate plan to ensure that if he died before she completed her training, provisions would allow her to finish. This was an example of how much connection he had developed with her over the years. The following weeks were agonizing. Employment records from the prior year were scrutinized. Payroll entries were compared line by line. Eventually, a pattern emerged. Chelsea had falsely reported almost 500 additional hours, nearly all of it overtime rates, of course at 1.5 times her wage. It was not a clerical error, it was deliberate. Lee spent sleepless nights replaying every interaction, searching for some explanation that would seem reasonable. There were none, and it became painfully obvious that this was deliberate. Between employment records, visa statements showing ridiculously excessive charges, she had embezzled tens of thousands of dollars over the past 3 years. When confronted, Chelsea argued that the discrepancy reflected time spent running errands, processing payroll, managing the schedule. Her fallback comment was always that she did so many things for him. The explanation lacked documentation and logic. Her logbook, used to track the hours worked by all employees, was sloppy at best. It appeared that she had developed a sense of entitlement
Yeah.
during the previous years of employment. Lee eventually asked her to leave so he could compose his thoughts. And after several hours, he phoned her. When she didn't answer, he left a voicemail reading word for word from a written statement. Her employment was terminated, and arrangements were made to retrieve house keys, a credit card that had been used over the years for extensive unauthorized purchases. And the next morning, he contacted the Blackfeet Ranch Police Department. An officer arrived within an hour and sat down with Lee, Karla, and Kathy to actually document all these events. About 30 minutes into the interview, the officer asked for Chelsea's last name. When it was provided, he paused. "Oh," he said, "she's a frequent flyer around here." The officer disclosed that both he and other members of the department had interacted with her multiple times over the previous years on the ranch. The remark made them burst out laughing. In that moment, they exchanged knowing looks, each privately feeling it confirmed a suspicion that they had long shared. She wasn't quite the person that she presented herself to be. Her reaction around police officers had always been and seemed unusually anxious. When she spotted a patrol car while driving, she became visibly tense, and if one pulled out behind her, her hands would actually sometimes tremble. Part of that fear may have been understandable. She often admitted to even carrying a handgun in her purse, despite not having a concealed weapons permit. All the employment records, visa statements, payroll documentation, and copies of her handwritten hour logs were given to the officer. After leaving, he visited Chelsea's apartment and collected the credit card, the house keys, and her phone for a review of the call records. He actually arranged for subpoenas to look at detailed transactions from some of the more egregious purchases over the past number of years. Months passed before the police report was forwarded to the county district attorney's office. Another indication of how slowly the wheels of the criminal justice system turn.
Sure.
More than a year and a half later, no charging decision had been made. Because Lee was over 65 and totally disabled, the theft qualified as a crime against a protected class. Financial magnitude placed it in the aggravated theft category. Still, nothing moved. The investigation remains ongoing to this day. While the financial loss was significant, it was the betrayal that left a bigger mark. Yet, both would take a back seat to the real defining challenge of the years ahead. That belonged to something else entirely. Pain. And that is the introduction to the next chapter, and it's called The Pain Journey. We'll be reading about that next week, and the book details trying to get a grip on a part of quadriplegia that people don't think about, which is pain, which occurs
So cool.
sometimes from the injury, but you'll just have to sit on the edge of your seat to wait for that one. So anyway, that's that chapter of the book. If anybody has questions, just
Yeah.
let me know. I think we're ready for them.
Joe Q said, if I know you, Lee, instead of embezzling the money, had she had asked you for help up front, you would have helped her.
Oh my God, spot on.
Yep.
You know,
Absolutely.
Very good
at
job.
that point, I would have. I mean, this was, it started
So true.
years before we actually discovered it. And she was, as we talked about earlier parts of the book, become like a family, because she really was the only anchor that I had.
I'd been there from the beginning,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
from the
yes.
minute. Yeah, she
One
started.
of the first ones from Comfort Keepers,
Yeah.
Yep.
right?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
month or so
Yeah.
after I got back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know at that point I definitely would have, and so it just seemed you would have thought that she would have also felt that way. So I don't know. It kind of hurt
Yeah.
in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
A lot of different ways.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
yeah, good question. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah. Did she ever get served, or did anything come from?
Well, we haven't had a chance to even update this, but
Yeah.
yes,
Oh, that's right.
It's so-
the criminal case actually has actually begun to get a little bit of traction, but because of statute of limitations and that sort of thing on filing civil suits, we actually did retain an attorney and talk with them about it, and she was actually served a summons and a complaint 2 weeks ago.
Okay. So how long was
So-
that? About
What's that?
2 years?
Yeah, 2 years
Yeah.
later.
2
It's
years?
Yeah.
later.
Yes.
It's
Mhm.
just
Yes, crazy.
been grinding.
Mhm.
I
No kidding,
mean,
no kidding.
painfully
Yeah.
grinding along. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That part of the
It
chapter
remains to be seen.
hasn't been finished.
Yeah.
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 Another question. So do you need 24-hour care?
Oh, that's a good question. Technically, yeah, I do. Because you see, people see me, they see other incomplete quadriplegics moving, moving their legs, moving their hands. But functionally, I can't do anything for myself. And so literally the day to day, hour by hour, minute by minute, things that come up with normal people, I can't do.
Like, I need a drink of water, or,
Drink water,
you know,
or
whatever.
drink
my
during
cocktail.
happy
You can't
hour.
describe it and, okay, I'm good.
No, I can't
Right.
even, I mean, I could, barely touch my ear.
But if you get an itch,
Oh yeah,
That's crazy.
and I get
I
my
get it.
eyes, but yeah,
Yeah.
something here, hair out of the, get out
things
of the
we
way.
take for granted, you just,
Yeah.
don't realize
Yeah.
how much you face.
Yeah.
Face.
So-
it's not just even that.
Yeah.
It's-
So do you have caregivers 24/7?
Oh no,
No.
it's a good question.
Oh.
If I didn't have Karla,
Mm-hmm.
I would have 24/7 care,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I had for 4 months
Before,
Yeah.
yeah.
before Karla
Yeah.
showed up on my doorstep.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, but anyway,
But now we
Now-
have somebody come at 9.
in the morning, and they generally leave 3 o'clock on the average.
Yeah.
And
And
then from
I'm
3, yeah, and then
Yeah.
from 3 to
To the night shift.
Yeah.
8,
9.
9 or 9:30.
It's me
That
and
person
Karla.
comes back, then it's Kathy and I, with Lee.
so
Oh,
at that point,
Karla.
Karla does the heavy lifting, not
Literally.
literally.
No, but like bag
Oh,
draining and
God, I got this urine
all-
bag for
it's all
my
good.
bladder, it empties into, and just helping just live life.
Yeah.
So I'd say average 18 hours a day. I
But
do
you actually
actually
have
have
caregivers.
caregivers.
Yeah. Question from Ashley for Karla and Kathy.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
How was the adjustment to having caregivers be a part of daily life with Lee?
Well, when I came on the scene, they were already here, and I just thought they were all so great. But then I thought, oh, it'd be kind of nice if we just had time to ourselves without this person I really don't know that well. Now, of course, I love all the caregivers,
yeah.
I know them really well.
Yeah.
But at the time, I'm like, oh, it'd be kind of nice to have just time to ourselves.
And not
And then-
have a caregiver.
And then that's when we split up the shift and realized, oh gosh,
don't need
I can
to-
handle this
Yeah.
window of time without somebody here.
And well, and
Yeah.
that's when Karla took over the nights and then realized, oh, wait a minute, I can't be
Yeah.
getting up every 2 hours and moving. I mean, it's like having a newborn that's 160 pounds that you have to get up and move and
And
get
stretch
water and
and-
stretch and whatever. And it was
Plus,
just
a
Yeah.
disruption of sleep.
a disruption of sleep.
for every night. But
Yeah,
yeah.
so now it's covered.
Yeah. I
To
don't,
answer your
I
question,
don't
it's
need to
covered
be
now.
bottle fed in the middle of the night.
Baby Lee.
I know, maybe it would help. Just a little more. And
Yeah.
when I say that,
Bring it
I
back.
mean, because how would you like to be in bed and not be
Yeah.
able to move
Think how
whenever
much you
you
toss
wanted
and
to, how
turn.
much you toss and turn.
Yeah.
So,
So Lee's just in the same.
he's in the same
position.
exact
Until somebody comes
position
to move
until
him.
someone moves them. So
Right.
it's important to do it often.
Yeah.
And luckily I don't weigh 350 pounds.
God, I hope I didn't insult you at 160.
He's been watching his figure.
Okay, watching the diet.
Yeah.
Gotta get back on it. No.
And Karla is Lee's wife,
Yes.
and this is Kathy,
Oh gosh.
Karla's twin sister. Those are,
Yeah.
who else? Oh, got another one.
Oh, God.
Okay.
The
I
picture.
hear him somewhere.
Yeah.
Back there.
Where have you traveled to? You talk about traveling.
Oh,
my.
besides Seattle. Good question.
So
I
from
think
there,
there's
lot of
some
places.
stuff later in the book. Maybe we
Sure.
haven't documented every one, but we've been around. I don't know,
We
a
went
list.
Hermosa, went to
Hermosa.
Florida for Kathy's son's graduation, went to Phoenix, Arizona to visit our brother, the desert,
Yep.
Hawaii.
and Hawaii. He has
Every
a
year.
timeshare, and we've been going to Hawaii
Right.
every year. So
God
we've been
bless
getting
them for
around,
sure.
and it's really fun.
Yeah.
It's always an
Yeah,
adventure.
really, really.
Always an adventure.
Oh, always an adventure, and there's a whole chapter
Just on
about
travel.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Ooh,
God.
wait.
Yeah, just wait for that one.
Yeah, exactly.
When you go traveling, do you have to do a bunch of research about ADA places, or?
Well, yes, and that is again in another chapter, so tune in. But yeah, I mean, you don't just wheel in, walk in to, a strange place
Yeah.
without, really researching it. And the research is exhausting.
And even when we do,
Oh, I was just gonna say that we'll still show up. And
so many
oh,
times.
there's just this little step he has
This
to
is
get over.
ADA. The step's only that big. Or,
No, that does not work.
This is
does not
ADA.
work.
The
Imagine
shower
getting this
has
chair.
railings, but can't roll into it.
Yeah.
This is ADA, but there's 2 steps to get into the front door. Oops.
Oops.
Forgot to
I mean,
tell you
just,
that.
it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Or
Really
let's make the
interesting.
door as narrow as we
Oh,
can.
oh, like happened this weekend.
Yes.
Hi,
At the
just-
cottage that we stayed at,
Is it always ADA?
It's
and you can
ADA.
barely get in there.
they had a ramp to go
the
up.
door came off
And the
the
door,
hinges.
anyway, but to get him actually through the door, it was not an ADA door, and we knocked the fucking thing off.
Yep.
Seriously.
And then the bed was really high.
Oh my gosh.
The bed was literally that
That
high.
high.
And so
Yeah.
to transfer him into the bed, it's better if it's just a normal, size or whatever.
So Avery,
Avery
had to stand him on his
had the
pedals,
and
and
then
so yes,
Yeah.
even as much research as we do, and when they
Yeah.
say it's ADA,
we assume
when we show up, we never know what we're
we're
gonna
gonna
get.
get.
Yeah.
But always a solution.
Yes, and
Yes.
we always figure it out.
Always,
We figure it
always
out. We always
solution.
figure it out.
Some
Yeah.
doors
Yes.
might be coming off the hinges, but
Yeah,
You know
sorry,
what?
sorry. You said
Sorry.
it.
Only 2 out of the 3
Three
hinges
came-
came off.
yeah.
Still
Still,
hanging there.
they're still hanging there.
Totally.
I mean, and that was we
Huh?
left, 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully it's still there.
It's all-
Who
I
knows?
think I locked it.
Oh my God, it's okay.
Joe Q says you guys are always welcome in SoCal.
Oh,
my gosh,
San
we
Diego.
have a house.
We did meet up with him in San Diego for the Pablo Cruz concert.
Ooh.
San Diego.
But thank you.
Nice.
You'll be sorry. We'll be taking
Don't,
you up
don't
on
know what
that.
you're getting into.
Exactly.
Gosh.
It's funny.
Oh,
I think that,
is that it?
yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
You guys tune in next week,
Oh.
same time.
Yes.
We'll be. It's always fun interacting with people
Yeah.
who hear the story or maybe come in halfway through a chapter or a chapter or 2 later than the first chapters in the book.
Yes.
But
And by the way, if
Oh,
you weren't here
good
the whole
point.
time,
Good point.
or would like to watch a replay, I do put it up on YouTube
YouTube.
the next
So
day.
all the chapters.
So all the
are on
chapters
YouTube.
are now on YouTube. If you missed any, you can
Mhm.
go back and watch the replays on YouTube.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Um,
want to mention?
Oh, wait, got one
Comment.
question.
guys,
Joe says this series has been eye-opening. Thank you for sharing these personal, sometimes intimate parts of your lives.
Oh, that is the point of the book.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
it's
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
we appreciate
a
it.
microscope on some of the details of just
Yeah.
quadriplegia.
The life.
Like,
Like,
yeah. Exactly.
Exactly.
Boy.
So thank you guys so
Cheers,
much.
everybody. Happy
Cheers.
Father's Day.
Happy Father's
Enjoy
Day.
the rest of your Sunday, and we'll
Yes.
see you next Sunday at 4 p.m.
Same
Bye.
session. Bye.